Hello, and welcome back for more Crimson Crusading down in the incarmine catacombs of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. You guessed it, it's time. I am about to become that which I have always despised. I'm going to take Perdita down into the court and go full Stephanie Meyer. I'm doing it. I'm gonna go down there and spin a tale about a young girl exploring her burgeoning sexuality and trying to decide if she'll remain a pure, untouched vestal, or if she'll succumb to wicked desire and instead embrace the wealthy and handsome vampire and his decadent lifestyle of Crimson Curse having, piano playing, blood drinking, and creepily sneaking into the windows of underage girls at night to watch them sleep. Oh, Pete, that wasn't creepy at all. Bella and Edward, they were destined for each other. It wasn't creepy, that was true. No, you know what? It's still creepy. It doesn't matter. If the whole we're destined for each other, that's your defense, huh? That's what you're gonna go with? Try telling that to a judge, because I can speak from experience on this one. That shit doesn't work. You'd be like, oh, no, it's cool, Your Honor. I mean, what's a little criminal trespassing and stalking when you're destined to be together? Throw that defense at any judge worth his salt, and the only person you're going to be watching sleep is your cellmate, Roy, who snores like a garbage truck and is serving 15 to 20 for robbing a Rallies with an assault rifle from the window of his homemade stock car in the drive-thru. You know, Roy's a good guy, but NASCAR and armed robbery are his two favorite pastimes, and he was just looking for a way to bring those two together, and unfortunately, there's a cop around the corner. What are you going to do? Roy's okay. Does snore really loud, though. What are we going to do? We're going to take this team down into... Okay, so we have, like, a couple people who really, really need blood, though. One is wasting. All right, Othello is wasting. Malvolio is craving. Let's get you guys some trinkets and get you into the dungeon. And you know what we're going to need to do is make sure we got plenty of blood in store, apparently, because you guys are going to need a quick infusion. So, what do we want to go with, then? Well, we're going to go with the old Coven Signet, because, of course, we have the Crimson Curse. And the Eternity's Collar for the Flagellant is nice. It does give us a bonus to resisting Death Blow, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we take the Bleed Amulet. It does penalize our dodge, but our dodge is actually somewhat poor anyway. 10% death blow resist. You know what? I'm going to try the Bleed Amulet. Let's give it a whirl and see how it does. We're definitely sticking with the Coven Signet, however, because that one we need. If we're going to be eating stress from the rest of our party, we're going to need that to help flavor the soup a little bit. Spoonful of sugar and whatnot. Just ask that old Mary Poppins gal. She'll tell you. Medicine goes down way better if you dump it in a little sugar. Sun Ring is good. We could go with plus 20% stress, and we could pick up bonus damage, bonus speed, bonus accuracy, bonus dodge. All of those things are fantastic. Huh. I'm sorely tempted here. We'll come back to this. We're definitely going to take the dissection kit for our Plague Doctor, and he's just going to get a Blight Amulet, of course. The Plague Doctor is relatively simple for us to handle. And how do we want to handle our little Vestal here, Perdita? I like Junia's head, but I don't really want to give it to her because it's too much bonus stress. Unless we have something we could use to also offset and mitigate a little bit of that stress, I just don't like it. We don't really need bonus damage. Anything else we've got that helps her heal a little better? Just anything we can get to bump it up a little bit. Oh, you know what? We should take the Book of Rage. We should take the Book of Rage instead of... I mean, I like the Bleed Amulet, but you know what I like better? The Book of Rage. Malvolio gonna go rage! Rage against the dying of the light. He's not gonna go gentle this time. Not this time. I guess we'll just take the Haste Chalice. Really wish we had an opportunity to get a good Vestal Trinket, but I know there is a mission here that we could possibly do to go get ourselves a Sacred Scroll. And don't get me wrong, I love the Sacred Scroll. I do. But I want to get this lifted. If we don't get the cloud of midges and flies and whatnot that's infesting our hamlet, eventually we're gonna have nobody on a team who doesn't have the Crimson Curse, and we just can't handle that. Bonus damage versus humans is nice. I don't like the dodge penalty. Our dodge is actually respectable. Dark Bracer is an absolute no. You know, the Hero's Ring is not a terrible backup trinket, unless we can come up with something that's maybe a little better. I really don't want to penalize your dodge for 10% damage. Could give you a little extra speed. I don't see a huge benefit in that. Scouting does us really no good whatsoever. We could just go for a sun ring. You know what? Let's take the hero's ring. Let's go for the bonus virtue chance. Just in case Othello gets into a little, negative stress situation, we can help rally around. And the last time we were in the courtyard, the hero's ring might have done us a really good turn. So there's our trinkets. Let's get provisioned. We damn sure gotta bleed blood. Yes, I know it consumes an invitation. I still wish to embark. Alright here, so blood. I'm gonna take 2 bonus vials of blood, 1 stack of torches, all the food. Almost every time we've been down in the dungeon, our limit has been a lack of food. What we've needed, and also shovels. I want a full stack of shovels. I'm tempted to take actually 1 bonus shovel as well. Would like bandages too. You know what? Give me a full stack of bandages. Give me a full stack of anti-venom. Full stack of holy water. That kind of seems like maybe we don't need it. And maybe 1 skeleton key. I'm not sure if there's anything we can even use a skeleton key for down in the courtyard. But if nothing else, it gives us an opportunity to experiment. Malignant merrymaking continues, and you are the entertainment. That was maybe the best Wayne June I've ever done, and it was still terrible. Long into the night, the malignant merrymaking continued throughout the courtyard. Seated in the back by himself of one corner, a man in a crimson mask. The mask of the Red Death. So we have explored everywhere, though, right? I just want to double check. All of the exploration has been done. That's a locked room with a yellow key next to it. We do not have a yellow key. Huh. Alright, well, we've got a room battle in this room, so, I mean, we're starting things up early. Here we go. We're going headlong into the deep. These guys are a problem. Courtesan is a problem. Chevalier just does damage. Let's start working over these little guys here. We might be able to kill one of these guys before they get a chance to go if we get a good roll. And with Lady Macbeth on the team, man, I was really hopeful we could get the double stun, but nope. Infallible Servitude is just going to be a guard. Let's get Infallible Servitude her. Alright, so there's Servitude in everywhere. You know, in Damsel in Distress, there's what? It's a triple guard. Alright, I mean, that's weird, and honestly, I've lost track of who's guarding who, but I think if we kill this man, he's gonna step in front of it, but then he'll step in front of it for... You know what? Just swing at the guy who's hurt. Let's see if we can fuse the game as to who actually is supposed to be taking what shot. That is fatal damage there. He feels as though sand pushes through. Oh, right, you wanted blood, and we forgot to give you some. Sorry. We'll get you in a minute, buddy. So with the triple overlapping guards, the overall result has been that no one is guarding anybody? These guys spent their whole first turn throwing guards around, and they got exactly jack shit out of it. A bit of a lead there. Right, you're gonna drop dead. This man should drop dead on his next turn. Bam. Alright, 1 down, 2 down. Things are looking good here. Let's get the Chevalier first. This lady can give us the Crimson Curse, but she's not that difficult to kill and mostly just has stress attacks. Tried to go for the Pimp Slap and Homegirl straight up mucked it.
A decisive pummeling.
Your pimp hand needs work, lady. You gotta have a strong pimp hand if you're gonna be chucking out the pimp hand, and your pimp hand needs some working. Actually, we resisted all of the bleeds. Well, you get the Crimson Curse, though. Alright, it's a heal as long as you don't get the Crimson Curse. I really don't care. You're wasting suddenly. Alright, could you please stop giving us stress, though? This guy does not have fatal damage yet. You know what? Hit yourself with a bleed. You... Alright, I was gonna say soften that guy up, but you could also just straight up take him down. That'll work, too. Lady Macbeth, I want you to throw some blight at this courtesan. She's a blighted courtesan. That's because she gets around... you see what I did there? Blighted courtesan. Like I'm implying that she has maybe a sexually transmitted disease. Although I gotta say, whoever it was that gave her that particular sexually transmitted infection, they got balls, man, because I don't know if I'd take a run at this gal. Look at, she's got like a really bloated, swollen thorax. I don't know if I'd take a run at that. Just one look should be like, you know, I think there's something maybe going wrong downstairs here, and I don't want any part of it. Drink your blood. Malvolio, drink your blood. Nice, healthful blood for everyone. Delicious, delicious blood. I think we'll hold off on the food. I was thinking about eating the food just for a cheap heal, but we want to save it for hunger prompts. We're not really that hurt. In fact, we've got a little healing going now. That's right. Take that damage, baby. Get down. Ah, a damned fountain. Holy water in this doesn't do anything, and the torch does actively bad things. I know we can throw blood in it. Oh, no we can't either. Anti-venom? I don't know what bandages. Well, let's see what holy water does. Oh, okay. It's stress relief. My gut instinct was to go with holy water, and I should have just went with my gut, Pete. Always go with your gut, Pete. That's not true, Pete. Never go with your gut. Your gut has no idea what it's talking about. Your gut is an idiot. Never trust your gut. It's the worst gut of all time. It's also, like, quite large and really overly fond of food. There's nothing in here but a bunch of blood flowers. I know we could dig these up with a shovel, but I really don't want to waste a shovel. You know what? Just, like, touch them. Oh, good. Just a little bit of stress there. All right, well. Maybe next time we'll just leave them alone if we don't want to spend a shovel. These hallways are getting really long, though. That's problematic because every place we go is stress. Here, Malvolio, talk to the mysterious. Don't give her any blood. Alright, well, she gave us some stress. Sometimes she'll give us stuff, sometimes she hurt us. If we give her blood, she will usually give us trinkets, but every time we've had her actually give us trinkets, the trinkets have sucked. So you know what? I say to hell with that baby. I'm done messing with her. Nice critical heal, little bonus stress relief. I think we gotta uppercut a punk ass here. We should have gotten some fantastic damage from that because our Book of Rage should have been triggering there. Stun you. How's your stun resistance? Not good. Just enjoy that 8 bleed damage. And oh, Othello bifurcated him straight up, split him down the middle. Oh, he worked him like a courtesan, kinda. All right, let's go for the A here. More stress relief from criticals. I'm liking it. Give you a little bit of the plague juice. Well, this man is dead. We need to spend no more efforts on this guy. We gotta do nothing. He's just gonna drop dead at the top of his next turn. So let's work on stress relief. Why don't you devour this man's stress? You're gonna pick up 8, but that's okay. There's Othello. He's gonna get rid of 8 and more. Or rather, he's gonna get rid of 9. So, you know, it's net gain of +1. Let's see if we can get a little more stress relief here.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
5. All right. Just keep cranking on Malvolio. Drop that stress down. We'll get it gone.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened
Journal
blade.
page. Darius Rucker, the chosen. He has blessed us. Hootie and his blowfish have descended from heaven to rain their blessings upon us. This is fortuitous. Truly, this expedition into the courtyard is touched by the hand of God. The fates have smiled upon us, and Lord Darius himself will come down from the heavens and bring us victory. It'll be like when they played that horn outside of Jerusalem and the walls fell. You know, like Shock and Gra at Tanagra or whatever. You know, my question about that episode of Star Trek, I'm going to go back to it here. The one with the race of people who only spoke in metaphor, I have a problem with that. And my problem with that is, if they only speak in metaphor, why did they ever form language in the first place? Like, if they only speak in metaphor, they should never have developed a language with which to express the metaphor. Like, they don't have prepositions or anything. You can't say dog and Jacques at Tanagra. Because you don't have prepositions and whatnot to make all that go together. Everything is like a symbol. Every word is a symbol for some concrete object. There's no abstract. You can't communicate anything with that. That's the purpose of language, is to communicate an abstract concept. If everything is like right in front of you and demonstrable, you don't ever develop a language. You just point at the fucking thing and be like, oh, and grunt. You never develop a language if you don't have a need to communicate more esoteric information. That's why language exists. Basically what I'm saying is the aliens there would have just been unrepentant, uneducated savages forever. I would love to kill... Well, you have fatal damage. You're really hurt. There's really no reason to kill you. Let's do a little... you have 19 stress? Alright, well, let's do this. Get rid of some from him, and then in turn, he can devour yours. This is a, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of scenario. Oh, we were 1 damage short. Don't get their Crimson Curse. Okay, as long as you didn't get the Crimson Curse, I really don't care. Devour his stress. Perfect. There's some more blight at that bitch. Oh, right. That guy's... Wait, she makes other people guard her, not vice versa. Careless Whispers. That's a stress attack.
The horror.
Oh, that ain't good. The horror. Get 12 stress, but you're about to get more when you devour Perdidas. Yeah, we're gonna have you devour Perdida's stress because these guys actually, I think, all have fatal damage. Perdida's just gonna do some damage and heal. Now she definitely has fatal damage.
Slowly.
So much for that guard.
This is how a life is taken.
We'll make sure you don't get another turn by whacking you with another dose of the blight. You're gonna devour Perdida's stress. There we go. 15 for 7. Pretty good trade. We're gonna go for the AoE heal here.
Vigor is
Critical for a little more bonus stress relief, and courtesans can drop dead. Another victory for Pete and the team. We're just racking them up here.
Triumphant pride precipitates.
You know, it'd be nice if while we were scouting, the map would actually just sort of stay centered on us. Holy criminal Christ on a cracker, how big is this dungeon? Christ wasn't a criminal, Pete. Oh, ask the Romans. They might disagree. You know what? We're going to not burn that. We may have to come back this way, and I would like to wait until we have somebody who has, like, a greater stress affliction. I think we need to save that for more critical stress management. Alright, we're in another fight. The nice thing that we have going for us here is the team really isn't having a whole lot of trouble in the combat department. We're picking fights, but they're winnable fights, and we're getting them won. She only has a 65% stress resist. How do they keep resisting our stress? Hit by a thirst. Oh, lovely. The heal part of the critical. Delightful. Give me the double Jacques. Let's get that damage back. And then maybe we're gonna wallop that guy. If the bleed sticks, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. She's gonna damsel in distress. Forces him to guard her. Alright, now we understand how damsel in distress works. Sweet dodge from Othello. Look at him sidestep.
Their formation is broken.
Oh, the man who was guarding you was about to get double whomped. You're guarded, right? Which means he'll step in front of that. We really don't want... here. Just, like, throw it at this lady. Nice crit. That one's gonna burn for a good long while. That actually is fatal damage. Kind of want to soften you up just a teeny bit. My hope is to come at them with the Jacques and get some solid double damage. Midnight Minuet. Like a party shuffle and a buff of some variety. Huge stun resist bonus damage for 4 rounds. I don't like that much. This guy's not dead. Yeah, okay, swing at this lady.
A devastating blow.
He steps in front of it and dies. We also get a little bit of cheap stress relief. Another Midnight Minuet. These guys are gonna have like plus 50% that. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's also a lot of bonus speed as well.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
We need to, you know, if we get pimp slapped here, this shit's really gonna hurt. Thankfully, they're not taking advantage of their plus 50% stress and are instead forcing the weakened unit to guard her when it had enough blight damage on it to straight up kill it. And now you're dead. 5 damage for 5. That's more than enough to kill you. Let's just do a little directed healing and stress relief then. We'll throw a blight at her just to double check. You know, we want to make sure. There you go. Now you're definitely dead. 16, 11. All right. Gotta tag Malvolio in here, Boro. Othello's got him covered up. Courtesan drops dead, and another cheap win for the Pete.
Success so clearly in view.
Alright, well, I want that blood.
Or is it merely a
I
trick of
don't
the
really
light?
care. Though, you know, the Dazzling Charm is not terrible. We have been blessed by Lord Darius, but it is time for us to set that blessing aside, I think. I definitely want the blood. I also want the gold. I kind of want the trinket. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have a dazzling charm, so you know what, the hell with it. We probably have too much food. And I'm still gonna get rid of that key, because I don't think... I've never seen an interactable curio in the courtyard that has a key has worked on. We've never found anything to actually do with a key. I want these busts. Do I want to abandon food for a busts? You know what? I don't want to abandon a portrait. Yeah, alright. Portrait, and trade you for 3 busts. Also, the busts stack higher. We must increase the bust. The bigger the better, the tighter the sweater. What the hell kind of trap is that?
Mechanical hazards.
Okay, that wasn't a mechanical hazard at all. We tripped into some kind of sludge puddle and it spawned enemies. Mechanical hazard my ass. Poison at this man. Then we're gonna whip that man with a chain. And then we're gonna go for the Jacques, and between the bleed and the blight damage, that's definitely fatal. This poor son of a bitch is dead as doornails. Never even knew what hit him. I want these.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I don't suppose either one of you is currently suffering from the Crimson Curse. No. All right, we're gonna eat the food now. See, in hell, food. I want deeds more than I want food. You could have got rid of some of those bandages or whatnot. A thronging hive will also give us stress relief. From the looks of things, we got to come back this way. I say we wait. Never know, maybe whatever's in this room could give us catastrophic levels of stress, like maybe it's a crocodilian. Oh, alright. Not a crocodilian. Okay, who's got the most stress? You have 9, you have 2, you have 11. Alright, well, burn the throbbing cocoon. We'll get rid of your 11. And I guess we'll come down here and check this way out. Then we'll go back to Miss Barrett's apartment and check her out. I mean... We'll go check out. You know what? No, actually, Miss Barrett, I'm going to go back to your apartment because I'd really like to have sexual intercourse with you. I think you're an interesting lady, and I find you very physically attractive. Would you care to perhaps have dinner and a movie, and then afterwards dance the horizontal mambo? Miss Barrett, I'm just a man here, a simple, humble Ghostbuster, heart on sleeve, looking for love in New York City. Just looking for a little bit of kindness, gentleness, and appreciation here in this big, brutal, big apple of ours. What do you say? Can you love me? I believe this is also a torch. Yep.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of...
Oh, we're taking a gold.
Corruption.
I mean, I'd like the crests, but I kind of have to say no. I definitely don't want the key. I just threw a key on the ground a minute ago. If keys aren't useful, why are you giving me keys, though? Now I'm beginning to wonder if maybe that wasn't a mistake. What we're looking for is a yellow key that opens this locked room. Apparently the doors are color-coded, because we found a red key earlier when we fought... No, don't touch the blood flowers, though. We found a red key earlier, and we got something really good out of it. Or rather, we got to unlock that one door. I'm hoping for a yellow key here. Come on, give me that yellow key. The Chevalier is dangerous, but these guys are also dangerous. If they dance the minuet and these guys start getting a little buff poured into them, they've got a chance to be very, very dangerous. He's going to go for his infallible servitude. That's fine. We don't mind your servitude. Go ahead and serve it up. Serve it up! Meanwhile, I'm going to serve up a vicious bleed. You guys are going to get served up a wicked stun, which actually worked for once. You guys are both going to be helped. You missed, and also already have the Crimson Curse. Can't hurt me anymore. Don't need a raincoat, I'm already wet. Okay, well, this will be less fun. Son of a bitch got a heal off on us. 6 points is not going to be enough to save him, though. You're going to bleed 5, which is not fatal. And I'm still going to put the hit on the Chevalier. This guy's getting the thirst as well. Not my girl! No Crimson Curse, no Crimson Curse, and son of a bitch at critical. Alright, Careless Whispers is a stress attack and horror. Man, that's a lot of stress, though. Like a lot of stress. Let's start pecking some blight onto these punks. Jacques. Those courtesans are actually quite dangerous. Might be able to kill you. There's my girl, dropping a critical lightning bolt on our foes, getting us a little much needed stress relief at this point. This guy's already getting worked over for 10 rounds. Actually, that guy's already getting worked over for fatal damage. He's done. We need to do nothing for him. I don't know what gibbering entourage does, but I don't like the sound of it. He's guarding everybody? Huh. Well, does that give him some kind of huge dodge bonus? Nope. I might as well let this guy step in front of him and just eat the blight. Oh, see, this has me concerned. Midnight Minuet is no joke. This Chevalier is going to hit like a truck. We got to hit him. We should have hit him harder. Yeah, this is really going to hurt. It would have really hurt, except Lady Macbeth saw it coming from a mile away and sidestepped it like a champ. Oh, you magnificent son of a bitch. Let's go ahead and put fatal damage on her. This way we can ignore her for a couple turns if we need to, and we need to, because we need to do some stressing. We're gonna eat that up, get rid of 15. Mind your manners. Pimp-hand? Alright, okay, I'll take the pimp-hand, that's fine. We got pimp-handed, we got marked. It's overall no big deal. Let's grind away a little bit of Perdida's stress as well. Speaking of stress relief, Perdita, how about, there you go.
Compassion is a rarity in the
I'm thinking I'd rather see some criticals come out of that, but I'll take what I can get. And I was hoping what I could get was a little more stress relief, but apparently not.
Nightmarish creatures
Gambler's
can be
Charm,
felt. They
Leper,
can be
Amulet.
beaten.
I don't really want either of those. I will take that 1,000 gold. What about the ruby, Pete? Yeah, I mean... Alright, drink that holy water. Drink the holy water. Take the ruby. The Gambler's Charm is interesting, but I don't want anything that gives us a penalty to death blow resist. That just seems like a bad trade. Yeah, I know I don't have enough room, that's why I'm throwing it on the ground. And then Malvolio, maybe check out the strong box. Wait, Key of Reflection, blue. We don't even have a blue door yet. Well, we got to get rid of something, and that something is going to be that vial of blood. What does that buff give us? Bonus dodge, bonus speed, and a bunch of extra resistance. So we can pre-buff by devouring blood on the way in, but I really would just prefer to keep the blood for... Only consume blood as needed, really. Speaking of blood. You just drank blood, you jerk! How could you possibly be craving? You just had blood, you greedy pig! We can't carry either the bus or the crests. Delightful. You know, we haven't had a hunger prompt yet. I'm getting rid of the anti-venom, and I want the crests over the... No. Yeah, I mean, we already have 12 crests. We already have a bunch of busts, too, though. Give me the crests. Yeah, I know. We may leave just so we can come back in and get more swag. I'm looking... This is a swag run. I want to swag it out. Again, you know, my new nickname is P. Swaggles. Not quite as good as Taylor Swift's T. Swizzle, but, you know, it's a variation on a theme. P. Swaggles is coming in, swagging for your swag. He's got the swaggle. Now you're craving as well. Well, I guess at this rate, the one thing we'll have inventory space for soon is going to be when we get all this blood out of the road. We have another empty room. I'd love to know what this blue key is supposed to go to, but I guess we'll have to find that out next episode. I'm looking at the clock here, and the team is rocking along. No, they're rocking, show no signs of stopping. Looking good. The only reason we might eventually bail in this dungeon is to get out of here so we can carry more sweet, sweet, filthy loot. We don't have the yellow key, however. We have a blue key, and I don't know what the blue key is inserted into. Probably a blue door. Or maybe a blue lady. I've got the key to unlock your blues, baby. Come on over to Perfidious Beatdown. They don't call me P. Swaggle for nothing. I mean, nobody calls me that. Still not for nothing. They call me that because look at all the swag I got. I'm loaded with swag, lady. More swag and soldier. And the swagless bastard, or swagful. I'm swagful. I like it. I think that's the adjective version of for someone who is filled with swag. He is quite swagful, I would say. This swagful boy is going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the continuing ventures down here in the Incarmine catacombs of the Baron's Courtyard, I consider subscribing as well. New episodes of Darkest Dungeon every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, thanks very much for watching. P. Swaggle's going to swag it out. Swag. You can't see it right now, but I'm dabbing.